You don't know like I know. And you don't know what other folk have been through. Can I help you a little bit this morning? As I get older, I'm becoming more patient with people. Can I testify? I'm becoming more patient, even with obnoxious people, aggravating people, people who get on my nerves. I'm much more patient with mean and ugly people. There was a time I wanted to tell you off. I didn't cuss you out, but I thought it. But now when I see you acting the fool, I pray even harder, because you clearly had to go through some foolishness in order to act so much the fool. Don't you know that hurt people, and it's a vicious cycle? You don't know what folk have been through. And the folk who get under your skin, you ought to pray for them the most. God has assigned you to them. Y'all mighty quiet in here. God has assigned you to the person that gets on your nerves, that obnoxious person who's carrying all of that baggage. Rather than cuss them out, rather than respond, you ought to pray for them. And so I see Mary standing there. The other disciples had left their livelihood. James and John had put down their fishing nets. Peter had put down his fishing net in order to become fishers of men and women. That's no small thing. But she traded in her torment for a peace that surpasses human understanding. Oh, that's a special kind of testimony. Jesus really was her all and all. That's why I want a mass church. That's why I want a diverse church. I don't just want high-class folk here. I want no-class folk. I don't just want the folk who live on the hill. I want the brothers who hang out on the corner. Because if you really want to find a child who sure enough loves Jesus, you ought to find somebody who didn't grow up in church. Find somebody who's been down in the deep abyss. Find somebody who's been in some dungeon of despair. And God picked them up and looked beyond their faults and saw their needs. Find somebody who was on drugs and God cleaned them up and washed them up. Talk about somebody who don't mind testifying, who won't be too cute to clap, too highfalutin to say hallelujah, too sophisticated to shout. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now